A decision of the National Fund for Environmental Protection and Water Management means that manufacturers and importers of heat pumps will have more time to provide certificates until the end of this year instead of mid-June, as previously. In addition, the list of ZUMs, that is, green devices and materials allowed under the Clean Air Programme, has been expanded to include the so-called European quality marks issued by private companies, Keymark, EHPAQ and Eurovent. The three European quality marks, which will be honoured on the ZUM list by the end of this year, provide a guarantee that the devices meet the relevant efficiency parameters, and the user is thus assured that they are safe and proven products, not energy vampires. The National Fund for Environmental Protection and Water Management extended this deadline and added the possibility that these certificates for heat pumps could be issued by, let's face it, insecure, not to use the word shenanigans. Representatives of the Polish industry of heat pump manufacturers and importers are sounding the alarm that this could end in tragedy for the Polish market and the people who will benefit from the offer of the government programme. They wrote an open letter to Climate and Environment Minister Paulina Hennig-Kloska on the issue. Allowing the registration of devices on the ZUM list for clean air, the so-called Keymark, EHPAQ and Eurovent quality marks will once again flood the Polish market with heat pumps of dubious quality and expose the Polish consumer, unaware of the whole situation, to the purchase of devices with inflated parameters. The Polish heat pump industry has alerted the National Fund to cases in which the equipment, despite having the certificates authorised on Friday, does not meet the declared parameters. These certification companies, one of them is a German company about which Polish heat pump manufacturers too raise doubts about the quality of the certificates they issue. On top of that, according to the opposition, the whole affair resembles a story related to the so-called windmill law, where inexplicably the regulations changed in favour of one of the wind turbine manufacturers. Lobbying is not in the actions of the government, but in the hands of lobbyists. And the government is either a victim of this, or a tool if it is weak, or someone simply committed to something at the expense of Poles. Because at the end of the day, less competition, fewer entities that can install a heat pump for us simply means higher prices, higher margins. When you don't know what's at stake, it's all about money. If it is true what the media, MPs point out, that there is a prolongation of these certified heat pumps, then it is all about making money for the heat pumps made in Germany and certain entrepreneurs, maybe a share someone bought for themselves. According to commentators, the global heat pump market is an arena for lobbyists with almost unlimited resources. Lobbying extends not only to Poland, but especially to Chinese companies, which are the giant in this market, and German companies, which are involved in the certification of this type of equipment. The problem is that many of these pumps do not meet the conditions they should meet. The Minister of Climate and Environment, Paulina Hennig-Kloska, announced over the weekend that on Monday she would clarify the issue of ambiguities with the new heat pump certification regulations. Today we learned that a conference on the issue is not expected to be held until Wednesday. Perhaps the problem is bigger than the Climate Ministry assumed.